My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Central Hill Road, Edgar, Mississippi, 38841. I am under attack by Scientology. I just got assaulted again. So they gave me a laceration about middle of my head, all the way down through my brain. And then they stuck a piece of material into my brain and they preservationed it. It is a process that they use to make things stick together. They do this for transplants and molecular transfers and things like that. And then they pulled it out, removing brain tissue, causing a gap in between the front of my brain and the back of my brain. And now they're trying to remove the frontal lobe. So we have 11 dimensions. These dimensions reside within the particles that we consist of. They are inner dimensions. They have removed all of my dimensions up to the third. So I have 3 inner dimensions. They have assaulted me greatly. My brain is cored out. I have a hole all the way through it. The inside of it is missing. They gave me a transplant and molecular transfer, which means they put particles down inside of me to keep me functioning. I have a hole in my jaw. I have worms inside of my ears that go down into my neck, all the way down into my abdomen. I'm full of parasites, both third dimensional and extra dimensional. I have worms in my eyes. I have big worms in my brain. I have worms in my extremities, all in my groin area. They have a bunch of kill switches. Like I have worms that go into my side, all the way into my heart muscle, holding nerves down. They plan on pulling them out and killing me that way. That is one kill switch they have. I have them in my lungs. They have me all on life support and transplants and molecular layovers and transfusions, and things of this such. A life support that keeps me alive. I am extremely ill. I'm dizzy, weak. I can't think straight anymore. They keep saying they're going to kill me and steal my intellectual property. So I wrote Crazy Bird Comics. It's about a Native American hero that saves the planet. I wrote The Environmental Creation Agency. I wrote Divine Currency or Buffalo Dollars. And I wrote several other stories. They got to witness me write some of my intellectual property. And they seen it as very valuable. They exploited me and let other Scientologists invade my mind space and read my mind for a fee. So for personal entertainment and to steal intellectual property. Then they wanted the biology that was responsible for me being able to create. They wanted the ability to do this themselves. So they removed brain tissue and used it as a transplant. And they also used it in their hive mind technology. They have computer systems in which they can interface brain tissue with that allows them to access our thought patterns and our memories. So they have it turned into a biological theft event where they removed everything and left me with nothing but my third. And even that is gone in some places. Then it turned into a snuff film. They're going to torture me to death. It's still my intellectual property. So I'm very sick. I'm full of foreign objects, all inside of my head, my neck, and my chest, my groin area, my abdomen, and in my extremities. I'm full of parasites. Yes, they're like a bunch of kids, but a lot of them are full-grown adults. This technology that they utilize has a narcotic-like effect upon them. It artificially stimulates their biology. First off, it causes an endorphin-like response to our nervous system. It hijacks the endorphin mechanism and causes an endorphin release, which is a pleasurable effect. Then it elevates hormones such as testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone. Then it elevates neurochemicals like dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin, and even oxytocin. It has an extremely narcotic-like effect upon the user. Now they're saying no one's ever going to believe you about the aliens. You see, but it's true. I have detailed information about Scientology. I have filed reports with every government agency in existence, explaining this issue and explaining that you are using illegal technology to steal intellectual property and to assault me and my family. They're premeditating our deaths. They keep saying this is the last video you're ever going to make. I am very sick. Yes, they have extra dimensional parasites in my lungs. They have me on life support. They keep giving me transplants or molecular layovers or molecular transfusion to keep me alive and functioning. Plus, they put sensors all over my nervous system to make the connection. They artificially stimulate me. So now instead of running on my own biochemical electricity, I'm running on their technology. So normally you have to have a nerve that goes from your head to your heart and your lungs. They severed that and put sensors or devices on my lungs and my heart to keep them functioning. They did the same thing to everywhere. They just cover my nervous system full of sensors, and then they give me lacerations and sever the connection, and it keeps me functioning. Plus, they do transplants and molecular layovers and molecular transfusions. Yes, this is extra dimensional technology. Someone just said, explain the Scientology process. So there are more than 3 dimensions. There are 11 dimensions. Plus, there's this dark matter or dark energy attached to our biology that we can't see. These dimensions reside within the particle itself. So inside of the particles in which we consist of lie 11 dimensions. You can think of our 3rd dimension as just a shell. Everything we experience comes from extra dimensional biology, and everything. If you remove your extra dimensional biology, you remove yourself. You leave nothing but the shell behind. This is the death cleave. This is what we experience upon death. So the human genome produces an 11-dimensional humanoid with horns on our head. We are Anunnaki. We are designed to survive in outer space and never return to Earth. Scientology is the practice of removing this extra dimensional biology while you are still alive. And they use technology and techniques to turn it into an upper dimensional vehicle. These biologies can't function in this state. They have to use organs and tissues from other humans and other species in an attempt to make themselves whole and function properly again. There are several types of alien forms. Then there are lizard people using lizard body parts. There are insectoids or bug people using bug body parts. And there are worm people using worm body parts. Yes, they make me see and hear things. I have also experienced the upper dimensions. I have been there myself. They partially ordained me. They call it ordaining whenever they allow you to practice Scientology and allow you to access the upper dimensions. I can see it myself. Until recently, they've been destroying my brain and eye tissue. I see some of it. Being assaulted. It's a worm. Stop. 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 Oh, we're driving worms. Oh, I'm being harassed. I have a death wound, and they're not going to let it go back. They're trying to remove the frontal lobe of my brain and make me a surrogate. They're taking my life, and nobody's stopping it. Torture to death. Scientology does this over and over and over again to people. They rape, torture, and murder people and their family. Barack Obama, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Devin Singe, the CIA, the FBI, the military, NSA, several other politicians and big business owners, the Department of Justice, the police, NPR, MPB, media companies, marketing companies. They're also all involved. They said, we're not going to keep you alive much longer since someone's got to carry the torch. You're breaking the law. I do not consent for anyone to ever publish any of my intellectual property, ever.